In this guided tour, you'll see how ePayment 360, credit card, and eCheck payment processing for Microsoft Dynamics GP can help you streamline and improve your billing and collection operations. We'll show you how easy it is to implement and use ePayment 360 powered by BluePay within Microsoft Dynamics GP. You'll see how to set up merchant, credit card, and eCheck profiles, add customer credit card and eCheck accounts, enter and authorize a credit card order, fulfill the order and capture the authorized transaction amount, and finally, perform daily reconciliation using the web portal. So let's get started. Setting up merchant, credit card, and eCheck profiles is quick and efficient. To see how it's done, just follow the steps on the screen. Notice the BluePay processing setup window has 5 sections. Section 1 is a scrolling window that allows you to establish control data for one or more BluePay merchant accounts. Due to banking regulations and procedures, you must have a separate merchant account for each currency type. In our sample company, Fabricam has 2 merchant accounts, one for US dollars and a separate account for Canadian dollars. Use Section 2 to specify the primary and secondary URL for the BluePay gateway, the port number used by the gateway, and the failover duration in the event a connection error has occurred. Section 3 allows you to specify whether to run in test mode or production mode, and the result returned when testing. It also establishes the default IP address and when the payment screen should be automatically closed. Use Section 4 to specify the Dynamics GP process hold codes to be assigned to a sales transaction for which a payment has been declined, placed on hold, resulted in an error, or has not been captured. And finally, Section 5 allows you to enable or disable various features and options available in ePayment 360, powered by BluePay. Now let's take a look at how credit card and eCheck profiles are set up in ePayment 360. Just click the Card Account Setup button and follow the steps on the screen. First, enter or select the card name created in the Dynamics GP credit card setup window. Next, from the drop-down list, select the merchant account ID originally defined in the BluePay processing setup window. Then, from this drop-down list, select the BluePay account type originally defined in the BluePay processing setup window. Notice that BluePay supports all major and minor credit cards, as well as eCheck or ACH accounts. Next, enter the number of days after which an authorization will expire. There, that completes the setup process. So let's close these windows and continue the tour by taking a look at how we enter customer credit cards and eCheck accounts. Just follow the steps on the screen. Entering customer credit cards and eCheck accounts is fast and easy. Just follow the steps on the screen. To get started, let's open the customer record for Aaron Fitz Electrical. To set up a credit card for Aaron Fitz, just open the additional menu and select BluePay credit cards. In this form, there's a scrolling window that allows you to set up one or more credit cards for the customer. In this case, there's a separate card on file for each of the 3 Aaron Fitz locations. Let's step through the card entry fields for the Congress Avenue location. Just follow the steps on the screen. First, we want to enter or select the address ID assigned to the location. Next, use the lookup button to select the BluePay credit card profile for this location. Now enter the card number. Notice the card number is masked to ensure compliance with PCI data security standards established for payment applications. Now enter the expiration month and year, followed by the card verification code. Now notice the two checkboxes. These allow you to indicate whether or not this credit card is to be the default for the address or the customer. The customer default card is used when no default is specified for the address. And finally, you'll enter the cardholder name, email address, and postal address to be used by the address verification system. Before the new card is saved, the card information will be encrypted and electronically submitted to the BluePay gateway for authentication. If successful, the card number will be replaced with a numeric token returned by the gateway, and the card verification value will be cleared. It's important to emphasize that ePayment 360, powered by BluePay, is fully compliant with all data security standards established by the payment card industry. Neither the primary account number nor the card verification value is stored anywhere in the Dynamics GP database. Now let's select a different customer and enter an eCheck account. Just follow the steps on the screen. An eCheck is also referred to as an ACH, automated clearinghouse payment. So select BluePay ACH accounts from the menu. This form contains a scrolling window that allows you to set up one or more eCheck accounts for the customer. In this case, there's a separate eCheck account on file for each of the two customer locations. Let's step through the eCheck account entry fields for the 266 Main Avenue location. Just follow the steps on the screen. First, we want to enter or select the address ID assigned to the location. Next, use the lookup button to select the BluePay eCheck account profile. Now enter the account number. Notice the account number is masked to ensure maximum security. Then enter the bank routing number and select the type and purpose of the account. Next, notice the two checkboxes. These allow you to indicate whether or not the eCheck account is to be the default for the address and/or the customer. The customer default account is used when no default is specified for the address. And finally, you'll enter the bank name, account holder name, email address, and postal address. Now, let's close these windows and continue the guided tour. In this next section of the tour, we'll show you how easy it is to enter payment transactions in the sales order processing module. But be aware, payment transactions can also be entered in Receivables Management, Invoicing, and eService 360 for Microsoft Dynamics GP. To see how we enter a sales order and the credit card authorization for an existing customer, just follow the steps on the screen. First, let's enter or select the customer ID for our old friend Aaron Fitz Electrical. Notice the order header stores the customer information, batch ID, default site ID, and currency ID. Next, let's enter the order line information. Just follow the steps on the screen. Notice the highlighted section displays subtotal, discount, freight, miscellaneous, tax, and document total. Now let's authorize the document total using the default credit card we have on file for Aaron Fitz. Just follow the steps on the screen. Notice the authorization uses the default credit card assigned to the customer address. Now, let's click the Process button to authorize the order document total. Notice the authorization has been submitted over the Internet and approved by the BluePay gateway. So let's click the OK button to close this window. Notice that the order has been placed on hold. This is because, during the setup, we elected to place uncaptured authorizations on hold. Later, this hold will be automatically removed when the authorized amount is captured. But first, we need to transfer this order to an invoice. Just follow the steps on the screen. Next, mark the appropriate checkboxes and then click the Transfer button to create the invoice. Now that the invoice has been generated, let's close this window and continue the guided tour. Next, let's take a look at the batch process used to capture authorizations for orders that have been fulfilled and transferred to an invoice. Just follow the steps on the screen. Now let's use the additional menu to process the batch. Just follow the steps on the screen. Now, let's print the BluePay batch processing report. Just click the OK button. Notice that both the authorization and capture of funds for our invoice have been processed. And notice that the highlighted invoice has been declined and placed on hold. It will remain in the batch until the process hold is removed, at which time the invoice may be printed and posted, or voided if necessary. The next step is to print and post all of the approved invoices in the batch. This process is demonstrated in our eService 360 Service Order Processing Tour. So let's move on and review the key posting reports and discuss the daily reconciliation process using the BluePay web portal. Just follow the steps on the screen. Notice the checkbook posting journal displays all of the sale and capture transactions posted. This total must be reconciled with the net amount recorded in the General Ledger cash account and the transaction list from the BluePay web portal. So let's see how easy it is to log into the web portal and print this report. Just follow the steps on the screen. Now, minimize Dynamics GP, open your internet browser, and navigate to the secure BluePay web portal. To log into the portal, just enter your credentials and click the Login button. Notice we are selecting all approved transactions, which should include sales, captures, and voids. The resulting report lists the approved transactions in BluePay. Notice the transaction total reconciles with the checkbook posting journal and GL distribution summary reports previously printed while posting in Dynamics GP. And, if necessary, you can export transactions to Excel for more complex reconciliations. This concludes the guided tour of ePayment 360, credit card and eCheck payment processing powered by BluePay. Thank you for watching.